Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning to the soldiers and citizens of the GRE. Today we have one of the most important figures in most of the all, if not all of the Rick Room RP experience, and that is His Royal Highness Emperor Abu. How's your day been, sir?
My day has been great. It's been, not great. It's been kind of bad now, but what can we do? What about you? How are you, my friend?
It's been very nice. I'm kind of sick at the
That's
moment,
good to
but
hear.
other than that,
No,
it's been very nice.
you should have a day off.
I did. I came from school early,
All right, that's good.
so
Uh,
I say we don't waste too much time because I know you're a very busy person. So I say let's just dive straight into today's topic. And today's topic is quite of a controversial one, and that is something that will I am very sure that it will firstly clear up a lot, and I mean a lot of problems with some people. It will also reaffirm the citizens of Rome that well, it this Rome is the best empire. What can we say?
mhm.
So, sir, there were in some places, which I'm not going to exactly mention, but in some places, there were do you know the Rick Room databases where they like put militaries and things?
Yeah, I know those.
One of them, I'm not going to go to which exactly, but one of them was had like put Rome in their database, and
Mm-hmm.
they mentioned to you that you may have said some not very well things.
Mm-hmm.
So, firstly, what is your comment or response to them?
Well, most of those things that they use nowadays are from 3 or 4 years ago when I was just 13. A 12-year-old going on 13, a stupid one, I should say. I thought being weird and quirky was kind of cool, you know? The group of people I used to hang out with used to say very bad stuff. That doesn't excuse what I said, but ever since then, I have matured and changed. You cannot say what I have said in the past says who I am currently, you know? These people need to get their head of out of the past. And for the stuff that I said recently, they say I hate Christians because there's a clip of me going around saying something about Christianity, but it was just me and my Lebanese friend. Okay, he's from Lebanon. Okay, we were doing. He was clowning on my religion, Islam. So what I did was I just clowned back as a joke. I didn't take it seriously. In the Quran, it legit says respect the people of the book. The people of the book are the Jews and the Christians. So if I truly hate Christianity, I am going against my own religion. I cannot hate them. It's against my religion. So they make no sense. And for the racism, well, it was just me being too comfortable. Holy shit, this scared me. It was just me being way too comfortable with people that I did not know. And I truly do regret it. And I am improving myself, you know? And there's other allegations of me being a pedophile and being an 18-year-old that talks to 15 or 14-year-olds. I am only 16. I was born in 2008, 04/22. My birthday was in April 22nd. That's why I said 04. So what? I am 16 years old. Next year I'll be 17 and the other I'll be 18. You know, it makes no sense. They act like I am lying about my age, but there is one person who I showed my ID. It was Nilox. And Nilox, thankfully, he was against me, firstly, kind of. But after I showed him the proof of me not being a pedophile and not a weirdo, he started going on my side. And thankfully, most of the databases, I can say 99% of them, apart from one that he doesn't own, are no longer against me. There is no longer proof going on. But there are certain clans that are still, you know, sticking to it and wanting me to fall because they envy me. They envy the Roman Empire. They envy the greatness that we have achieved. They want to be in our place so bad, but they cannot. Why? Because they are not great. Their clan is shit. So what they do is try to ruin my reputation and destroy me. You know,
Yeah.
that's it.
Well,
So that is all I have to say about it.
firstly, I would like to just ask you a question. Uh, are you actually a Muslim? I personally did not know that. I don't think many people know much about you. Or it might just be me. I'm not sure.
I am a Muslim. I've been a Muslim since birth. You know, every day I try to pray my full five prayers. You know, I try, at least I try. If I don't try, then I am not a true Muslim. I give back to the poor. I always fast on Ramadan, you know. I've been fasting since I was a young boy, like legit 10 or 9 when I wasn't even supposed to. I always go to the mosque. I don't pray in home. So yes, I am a Muslim. I don't have to prove my me being Muslim to anybody. If they don't want to believe it, then they shouldn't believe it. I don't give a fuck. They don't matter one bit, you know?
Yeah, that was just a personal question because I actually, for a while, I actually thought you were Swedish.
Thought I was from
Believe it
Sweden.
or not. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, with the recent shutdown of MFRP, a lot of
Well,
the most, I think most atrocious and one of the worst clans, but that's from my perspective. Which is I'm not going to mention their name, just so we don't start beef. But which have recently made a put out a press conference that they're opening their hands and they are welcoming all MFRP members, even though MFRP had single-handedly made their clan go to its knees. And they multiple times said that MFRP is one of the worst clans. With I
well,
think you may know which clan I'm talking about, but I'm going
I
to
know.
refrain from speaking about them.
Well, no reality. MFRP never did anything to this clan that you speak of, because it was just a one-sided conflict. This clan
Exactly.
was so obsessed with MFRP that it would waste its time making propaganda and telling their propaganda team to make propaganda against them. You know, it's stupid. All they did was have all of their four propaganda teams, since there's four clans under this one empire. You know, to make
Well, actually,
propaganda against
recently now
MFRP.
only three.
Now
And
the fourth one has just come back. Yeah.
oh, it
So
has.
anyway,
Oh,
moving on.
that's sad. Yes.
They were just obsessed with MFRP. MFRP never gave them any of their attention, so it was just a one-sided conflict. You know, they just wanted MFRP's attention so bad they never gave it to them. You know, and for the end of MFRP, well, I'm not really its leader. That's Captain Wazer, a really not a really good friend, but an acquaintance, I should say. He ended it in a good way. He made a big movie. He just couldn't handle all the rec room bullshit and business. He just thought it's not for him anymore, so he just ended MFRP's community before it goes downhill and becomes worse. He didn't want the thing that he perfected for years to become bad, so he just ended it. No, that's it.
To be honest, as a past member of the special forces of that clan, they would spend 2, 3, sometimes I think there was once out like 2 hours straight raid on MFRP and multiple small clans, which I feel at this point they're not actually trying. They're not trying to eliminate a threat. They're just trying to bully another community with no reason, of course.
Mm.
Because to be honest, I've been a part of MFRP and I've been a part of the other clan, which I think we can just say because everybody knows it. It's the UE. I've been a member of both. And to be honest, one of them, which is the UE, was much more toxic than the others because basically their mentality was either be a part of us or you're just like a dumbass at that point. And that
Be a
was their
part of us, or
mentality.
you're an outsider. Be a part of us, or you're a barbarian. Be a
Yeah.
part of us, or you will be seen as a lower life being. That is what they think. They think they are the greatest in Rec Room, and in reality, they are nowhere near it. They might be the biggest, they might have the quantity, but from MFRP, we took the quality. They did not take anybody good from MFRP, and I know they are fuming because of it. All the people that come from MFRP, I respect them, and I know that they deserve the positions that I made sure that they will get, and they are welcomed in the Roman Empire as much as anybody else. I don't care what the other emperor says. I don't care what anybody in the IRC says. I am the true leader of the Roman Empire, and I welcome anybody, no matter what they have done. I will always have room in my heart to forget and forgive. I don't care. No, maybe you wronged me in the past. Okay, I'll just make you apologize. I won't do anything further. Even if you did the worst of the worst, I will still forgive you and welcome you into my community that I honed and perfected for 6 months straight. Me, I made sure of it. So I don't care. Like anybody is welcomed in the Roman Empire. I will never have that type of atmosphere where if you don't join us, you're seen as lower than us. That's just foolish. I created this community for people to have fun after school, after work. Hence why we only have a 3 hour minimum or 3 hour requirement every week, you know? So we don't overdo it. So we don't like make them feel like it's a job. It's not. It's a game you come to after work, after school, after having a hard day, good day. It doesn't matter. You just come here, role play, or just hang out with your friends, then go back to sleep or go do whatever you want. You know, in the end of the day, it's a game. Nobody should be seen as a lower life being for just not joining your game. You know? They're fucking stupid. Their mentality will drive them down. I know someday, hopefully. Now,
Uh,
keep speaking.
of course, as you said, I of course did realize, and as soon as I joined the Empire, I was very surprised that there was no toxicity, which is usually stable in most of the big militaries because some people in some militaries, when they get like a very high rank, they start acting as if they are an actual military person, and that is something that I could honestly never comprehend. And I am happy that Rome actually is nowhere like that. People at the end of the day understand it's a game. They like to roleplay with each other to make sure that everybody knows there are clear boundaries. But I think that something that is that Rome has, of course, but I don't think it will ever be introduced to the UE, and that is for a reason. Is are you familiar with their national anthem that they straight out stole from Farewell Slovakia or Slovenia? I don't
I
remember
don't really
exactly.
pay attention. I don't really pay
So
attention to them that much.
I was just researching a couple things, and then I realized that oh, this song is very, very familiar. Where did I hear this? And then I realized, oh, UE just decided to steal "Farewell Slovakia," which is a very old song from I think the time of the Roman Empire, not Roman, the Russian Empire. And so I was scrolling through the comments. I was just checking it out, and this is something that I've seen that I realize makes that shows the difference, the polar differences between Rome and the UE, which is something that I've realized that you yourself have very much made sure of happening, is that people understand that this is at the end of the day a game, that they should not take things way too seriously, because in these comments I found actually people saying that they pledge their unconditional loyalty to the Emperor and his empire, a video game empire.
Well, we do have an oath ourselves, but that oath has been said multiple times to be only for game purposes. And we don't really, and you know this, I've already told you it.
Oh yes,
Our
that
oath
I
is
do
just
know.
for RP purposes. If you won't say it, then you won't get the rank. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You know, the Senate oath, the GRE oath. Now there's an oath for the Clone Wars. Let's talk about Clone Wars after this.
Yeah.
One thing is, I will never be like that certain other air man where I will take photos of people saying the oath, and whenever they break it, I will say, "Oh, look at these people! They're not following their religion." Blah blah blah. That's not truly how it works. You force them to say the oath. The oath is just not really an oath if you force them to do it. You know. It's fucking stupid. It's a game. You shouldn't be forced to do something that you don't want to do. And that's what I was an enlisted member just like everybody else. I saw the oppression that us normal members had, the ones that weren't leaders, the way they treated us, the way they treated us just like numbers. I got fed up and I created the Roman Empire, a clan that will hopefully soon overtake those who oppress their members and help those that need a place to stay. That is
And
why I'm
also,
also doing a Clone Wars. You know, another clan for the people that like Star Wars. I'm doing a Clone Wars. You know, once they see that, once the members that are oppressed see that, they will see, oh, there are other games than this bullshit game. We should go to that. You know, a game with a better leadership, better mentality. You know, better system, a way fairer system actually, and justice basically. You know, we're not injustice. We don't have any reason to mistreat our members. What we do is respect them and show them justice, my friend. And I assure you, as your emperor, I will never allow any type of biasness to happen in any clan. If I see it, whoever did it is gone, or I'm gonna demote them. You know, like it gets to a point. Like people that ruin my game just for their own gain, or for, how do I say this? For them to have more ranks is what I'm saying. To gain more ranks, to gain more promotions, XP. I don't like those people. I see them as backstabbers. I may forgive, but this time I will not forget. And the way you will gain my trust is not going to be easy. You'll have to slave off. I'll be honest. You'll have to slave off in the Roman Empire or in the upcoming Clone Wars if you're not wanted in the Roman Empire. You know? And I'm sorry if I'm carrying on these questions and like answering different stuff before you ask it. I'm just tired and I just
don't
want to sleep.
worry, don't worry. Before we move on to the new release of the CW, I would also like to go over a point you just said, which is they are being forced to that oath. Which actually, because I researched this topic a lot when I was in them, and that was that it is actually against every single religion to take that oath. Like literally, it is.
Apart
It
from Islam, you can take
in
oath
no,
in Islam.
it's haram and it's forbidden all religions to take that oath because that oath actually puts Raz and Abdul at the same level of God.
Uh,
It's not forbidden to take an oath. Of course, it's normal. But when you put a deity or something like that into place with God, that's actually because they say so. I don't remember how they say those to be honest, but I did really look into it that much. So with the new release of CW, what do you think maybe the how do I say immigration from Rome to CW? How do you think that's going to be, and how do you think that may affect the community?
well, there won't be much immigration because I did give offers and not a lot of people from the Roman Empire even applied. Maybe three or four. That's it. Out of what, 50 staff members or 60 staff members, it's okay. I don't like to say they're replaceable, but I'm saying like hopefully with the growth of the Roman Empire, the spots that were lost due to Clone Wars will be replaced. And for Clone Wars, I believe off of release, we will have probably multiple instances. We will probably have many people trained, and we already have like what I think it is 40 or 50 staff members already in Clone Wars. No, wait, 28, 11. It's 40. It's 40 staff members, not counting even the government leaders. So I believe nothing bad will happen to the Roman Empire. They won't affect each other. I created it so the people and the staff members that are following the one clan policy aren't bored. This is my grand plan to keep creating clans after each one is doing success. After Clone Wars, I don't know, it might be SCP, it might be any different genre. So this will never stop until we're the top, until we have every genre. I don't want my members to get bored. I want them to have fun forever, Not forever, but, until they quit this game. I want there to be safe havens for people that want to leave UE or maybe another shit clan, TUF, or whatever other site they have, site Vulcan, right? I think something like that. They want to leave those groups that are imitating UE or are UE to come to me. You know, I don't mind poaching. I'm not afraid to say I do poach, but only from clans that have shit leadership. Those were the good ones. Leave them alone. So if you see me poaching from a clan, just know that clan is fucking shit, and it is for the greater good of Rec Room for that clan to fucking disappear.
Hopefully it will disappear. To be honest, because I've seen actual people. I've seen multiple actual people being how do I say this? Abused in the UE in multiple forms because their mentality is quite shit, to be honest.
Sorry.
Okay, since we covered two main clans, which is uh, CW and RE, I think there's going to be an important question: is what do you think the effect of the royal government will be, and how may it affect the people of RE and CW?
I believe the royal put to have a stable government that oversees both clans, has two senates, two chancellors, and two the heads of senate, and all of that will be too overwhelming for us, the emperors and the crown prince. So we have a government. All the governments from both clans will meet and decide on the future. Bloodbound, are you okay? You should be. Alright. I thought you were laggy. So we created a government where both uh governmental. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I almost sneezed. We created a royal government, one government that rules over both, that takes all senators from both clans, all heads of senate, all governmental members, and decides on the future of GRE and both clans. So it's more stable.
Yeah.
They might have their own, but they're in the end a part of the same government and are still monitored, and everything is okay. That is how it's affecting it. It's making shit more simpler. It's not making it harder. And we already have a great governor, a great vice governor. They know how to run shit. I love them. Vati and Maliman, great people to work with. I wish them nothing but luck. And for the Caesar of Rome, they're fucking great. Mackenzie, I love him. You know, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to lead. And for the Chancellor of Clone Wars, I know he will do a great job on this once this game is done, or once Clone Wars is out. I know he will lead correctly, and I know he will make Clone Wars and shape it, or he will make Clone Wars great and shape it for the better. Shape it into greatness. Speak.
Okay. What would you like to tell the Roman citizens in general?
Tell them about what exactly.
About the future, about what what updates may happen. Since unscripted is mostly a way that we can convey things that are happening up the chain of command to the people that may not have a seat in the meeting room. What do you think it may be new future updates or updates that are coming to the people?
All right. So as the other emperor, Emperor Fando, said, we are doing a update for the Roman Empire after Clone Wars is done. The greatest developer we have worked with, Slider, will have a new map, a new updated map, a better map, less laggier map, and overall just a better map than the one we currently have. It will definitely not be will definitely not be finished until next year, probably like next month, January or February, one of the two. So I can promise the Roman people that they will have a new map soon, soon enough, hopefully after Clone Wars. And then after that, we will work on a new game, but nothing to be said for now. That is for the future to decide. And after the Roman new map, we will just let things go smooth. We won't do too many updates unless there are bug fixes or like it's Valentine and we have to put love in the map. Then we'll do that. Halloween, we'll put Halloween shit. Christmas shit. That's it. We don't want to do major updates that will make the map laggier for no reason. That is one thing that we want to avoid, so we don't ruin it for the player base.
Okay, well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully, we will. This is a plan for the future. I will try to get both His Royal Highness Emperor Abu and His Royal Highness Emperor Fandu in a double interview. But that will be it for today. So I'll just roll the credits real quickly. The member behind the camera is Bloodbound. And by the way, today he came on in 0.7 seconds.
Proud of you, Bloodbound.
uh, our special guest is His Royal Highness Abu. And the executive producer on this interview will. There wasn't really an executive producer, and the podcast host was me. And that's going to be it for today. And Avaroma.
Have a room.